So in this video, I want to show you guys what I believe to be a very flexible and just modular kind of everyday run and gun setup that you can honestly do for any camera. But today we're talking specifically about the Pyxis 6K. So I'm just going to walk you guys through my rig and just show you how I use it and how it's a benefit to me. So if you guys watched my initial Pyxis kind of rig build setup, I did actually swap out how I have this side handle mounted. I ended up buying a NATO rail to RE rosette and just attaching that to the side plate that has a NATO rail on the side here. So that kind of frees up more space on the cheese plate side, which is really, really nice. And it just gave me the ability to add time code via tentacle sync on the side of the camera here. And I'm using a Insight adapter, which is essentially built for this specifically. And it actually works really nice. I have one on my red Komodo as well. That way I can just always have time code jammed into camera, constantly running and just giving me that consistent, perfect sync. Staying on this left side here, I have my Sennheiser MKE 600, which I actually just picked up, and it's proving to be a really good microphone. And I just have that rigged on top of the Condor Blue handle, and honestly, it's kind of perfect for what I need. And it honestly just keeps this pretty minimal, pretty small, pretty simple, but allows me to get professional 32-bit float audio via my Tascam FR AV2.
Things were a little hard for me because I still had to go to school, I still had to work, and I had to do sports, and I had the support of my family to help me with all that. But it was like a lot of stuff on my plate.
So with that said, flipping to the other side, part one of what I'm using for my audio solution is the Tascam FR AV2. This actually just released and it's really good. I really, really love this thing and I definitely highly recommend it. Tascam is not sponsoring me. I paid for this on my own. It's actually fairly affordable. It's only like 300 something bucks, and you're able to get 32-bit float audio, 2 XLR ports out of here. You're able to monitor and do so much more with this specific audio recorder than you are on the Zoom F3, which is about the same size as this, but it's very limited in terms of what it can do. I had that, and the reason that I switched to this Tascam FR AV2 is because I can jam timecode into here. You can't jam timecode into the Zoom, which really sucks, and I really wish you're able to just do that because that's a really good 32-bit flow audio recorder. 32-bit flow is standard for just my workflow. It's so much easier to just sync audio across multiple camera and just audio sources at once, and being able to jam it into here, unplug it, and it just stays running is really, really good. I also believe the batteries, it takes 3 AA batteries on here, or can be powered via USB-C to a V-mount solution on the back of the camera, which is really nice. And it's gonna last you all day. It's gonna give you great, amazing audio. And again, just so much more flexibility in terms of what you can do on this recorder. You can do auto reports on here again, which is just something you can't do on the Zoom. So this is just much more flexible and honestly just really, really perfect, really, really good for just a documentary run and gun, or just even if you're doing corporate stuff, kind of just set up for that. And part two of my solution is the Tentacle Sync TrackE. This is the Syncy that just essentially jams timecode, but this one you can use to jam timecode into a camera as well. It receives timecode from, this, so you can sync them both up. But this also doubles as a 32-bit float audio recorder as well. So I can plug a lav into here, and then you have a micro SD port on the side. And then essentially I can just mic up whatever single source, 2 source, or honestly, however many you want with this thing. So that way you have 2 different sources of audio at all times, and they're both 32-bit float. We freaking love the 32-bit float train over here. And then moving along to the front side here, I actually just have a follow focus setup. I have my Leica Rs, or if you're using any Cine lenses, having this opposed to just kind of raw dogging the lens and adjusting with your hands is actually a lot better. It's smoother, just feels more accurate, feels more fluid when you're operating on set. So I really do enjoy this. There are different systems out there that I do want to try. There's a Bluetooth one by Tilta. I might be wrong. I can't remember. I saw it in Tyler Edwards' video, so shout out to him. Definitely gonna be picking something like that up in the future. and seeing just how well it works on this rig. And I think honestly it's gonna work really well. In terms of monitoring, again, I'm still waiting for that Pyxis monitor to kind of show up, just for the sake of lightening this rig. This Hollyland Pyro monitor is really great. Actually do love it, and I probably will still using it along with the Pyxis monitor when that comes in, because I don't have a problem with the side screen at all. Like I said in my behind the scenes video, this is actually really nice for when you're doing an interview with somebody and you know you have a camera operator, but you being able to glance over at this screen, which is really good and really color accurate. It's just really nice. It's kind of just an added bonus, which I feel like is really good. But having that Pyxis monitor on here eventually and being able to have those extra function buttons and an additional spot for a record button, it's going to be really nice. I love the modularity that I have on this top plate. It's really nice. In terms of just my handle solution, I'm using small rig handle that kind of just has this nice rubber grip on it. And that's just nice because it honestly feels good to hold. The way I kind of have everything positioned now, it honestly does make the camera a tiny bit front heavy, so I just need to figure out a better way to just bounce it on the back. But honestly, when I have my view mount mounted onto the back of the camera here, it feels really nice and honestly perfectly balanced. So coming back to the monitor, I have been really enjoying the Hollyland Pyro monitor, the 7-inch monitor. It's really, really good. I haven't even used it to its fullest capabilities, being able to remote, wireless monitor the footage from your camera. But this is really, really good. Hopefully I can buy those transmitters in the future and be able to just have a director's monitor set up. But honestly, like, this works well. And when you're out in daylight, I'm gonna be honest, it's not perfect, but if you're in kind of open shade, you can see the monitor well enough and be able to just do whatever you need to with your image. But again, just having a dedicated Blackmagic monitor or somewhere, a monitor that I can trigger, record from, such as the Portkeys monitors, that would be really, really nice. But being able to have false color and focus peaking, kind of my two biggest things I need in a monitor, and then just a nice visual kind of color accurate screen works well for me. So when it comes to an ND solution for this camera, I actually don't care too much about built-in ND. Like, if I have it, it's nice, but if I don't, I'm not tripping about it. I'm not making a big deal about it. What I've been using as of late, which is a pretty good filter, is Freewell's variable ND CPL filter. It's magnetic, so swapping it between each of my lenses is really simple, really easy. Just tighten down these bolts here. Let's take the lens cap off, and boom, like, my ND solution is on camera. Looks really nice, and it also doubles as a CPL as well. So you just loosen the bolts, kind of just rotate this as needed, and then tighten it back down. So having the magnetic mount across all of my lens sets in the 82mm filter thread is really nice, works really well, and honestly just gives me a quick swappable ND solution for when I'm swapping lenses. But my primary solution that I honestly just like to use instead is a matte box with Nissi IR ND filters. I actually just picked this one up by Small Rig. My only problem is that I need, which I'm waiting for, the holder for 4x4, because my other Small Rig mount box takes 4x4, so just waiting those to come in the mail. Once those comes in, honestly, this is gonna be my solution for ND, because I really want to have an IR ND solution to where I'm getting just the cleanest kind of image in post to begin to work with, as opposed to have to deal with IR issues. Lastly, when it comes to powering and just cable solutions, I need to just find a more affordable, smaller BPU battery. I really like what I'm seeing from Core, but I honestly haven't picked that up yet. Right now, I'm using the Small Rig BPU 60 batteries, which are actually really, really good. They give me about 4 hours total if I'm using 2 different batteries, so those are nice. But I also just have the Small Rig 99V mount that I have mounted to the back of the camera here, and with this solution I can plug USB-C into the V mount here and be able to provide a consistent source of power to the Tascam and the camera, which is really, really nice. I have this really nice short BNC cable that I can use to power the camera and monitor. Of course, when you plug this up, make sure to follow SDI protocol. but the length on here is actually just like perfect, and it doesn't create a lot of just clutter and jumble. It gives me the flexibility to move and kind of just position this monitor across the rig and have just the perfect amount of cable length. And then when it comes to syncing time code, I gotta like wrap this cable. Honestly, I'm not gonna do it right now, but being able to just have it right here and then go straight into the second BNC port is really nice. Now, don't judge me, it's again not wrapped up and clean, but this is a pretty modular and clean, easy setup. If I wanna use something like an easy rig that's easily attachable to the top handle here. And lately I've actually been using SAC's kind of cine saddle, and that thing works really well also. But taking this off of the monitor here, again, just holding this, it feels really modular and really nice and really well balanced, but whatever kind of just lensing situation you need, you know, you go for that and it works really well. So that's it, guys. This is my current setup. My current kind of just heavy duty run and gun rig, very versatile, that I use just across a variety of different projects, or what I'll be using across a variety of projects for the remainder of this year. If you want to see the project that I shot with this, check out this video. And if you want to see the behind the scenes to that project, check out this video. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe, leave a comment below for any tips, tricks, or things you want to see across this video. Catch you guys in the next one.